Here's some really important economic news you may have missed from this past Friday. So President Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the agency that's responsible for coming out with job numbers, CPI data, a lot of the government data that economists use to trade on and give over to the banks and everything else. Fired the head because she reported job numbers that he didn't like. So he claimed they were rigged and he fired her. You know, the same job numbers that said we only had 73,000 new jobs when they anticipated over 114,000 and we need 180,000 to keep up with population growth. The same job numbers that were revised down by 250,000 jobs over the last 2 months, those job numbers. This on the heels of news that CPI data isn't really being collected anymore. So many people have been fired from the Bureau of Labor Statistics that now they're choosing to impute data or basically infer it rather than going out and actually going to store shelves and checking and collecting the data on inflation. This is really key because the fix is kind of in. Trump has sent a clear signal that if you're going to report economic data that I don't like, you're not going to have a job anymore. So what's that going to do to our ability to collect real life data and see how the American economy is performing? And here's the thing. We're just now seeing the impact of these tariffs come about. And I think that the bad news is really only getting started. And while everybody's celebrating great bank earnings and great tech earnings, what we forget is that bank and tech is not really subject to tariffs like the rest of the real economy. Ford, which has been profitable for 5 straight quarters, just turned to a loss because of the impact of tariffs. I think we're going to see a lot more of this drip for the rest of earnings season. Don't forget, this month inflation ticked up for the first time, especially for durable goods. Orders went up 1% and international travel down double-digit percent. The seeds that have been planted in the first half of this year are finally starting to bear their fruit. Not a political page.